Another week, another Backrooms demo to try out. As there are so many new Backrooms games coming soon, it's fun to take a look at them beforehand to know which ones to be excited for and which ones we should just forget about already. Level 0. A Backrooms Experience Prototype is a very familiar but yet such a different Backrooms game. It takes place in a familiar place, which is the original Backrooms tileset you have seen many times before. But this time, with a more greenish tint instead of the familiar yellow one. The demo just had one level as far as we could see, and we are also unsure if there are more levels planned or what the scope of the game will turn out to be. By the descriptions on the Steam page, we will find it hard to figure out the ambitions of this Backrooms game.
Now, what makes this game a bit different than other Backrooms games? It seems to be heavily event-based, and by that we mean interacting with different items in the game, you get transported to other planes of existence, and in such way you never quite know what to expect. And that is what makes this Backrooms game so much fun. Clicking on a plushie you find in the level all of a sudden transports you to a ghostly playground, where you have to solve a puzzle to find a key. Now, the goal of the first level itself is to find 4 keys to open the door to your freedom, or whatever might be lurking on the other side. This is what gave us the escape the Backrooms feeling, as it gave you the same sense of excitement of what's to come next, and we really love that feeling and wish more games would dare to be a bit more crazy and surrealistic as Escape the Backrooms.
As most, if not every demos or early access games, there are room for improvements, and let's just go through some of the things we hope will be addressed by release date, as they do hold the game back on both minor and major ways. The game had no voice chat as we could see, but there was a hotkey for using the radio. We could not find a radio though, so we could never test that out. There was no clues either, and no real sense of direction, so we ended up walking around the map for long periods of time, trying to find anything to interact with. So I ended up with what we felt was a lot of nonsense walking, and you had to resort to checking every single room to find the next point of interest.
The biggest area of improvement we want to point out is that we saw no sign of this being a co-op multiplayer game, as there were no puzzles that required teamwork, and nothing else that really made it feel like a multiplayer game. If we are to defend the developer a little bit, this is probably true to some extent for most of the Backrooms games, as they can of course be completed both solo and with a group of friends. But we still didn't feel like playing together would be any different as playing alone, so hopefully they can make some changes to make it more fun playing this with your friends. And of course, having a voice chat would probably help.
Other than this, there were some other minor things, as some animations looked a bit goofy, and the puzzles were a bit too easy to be honest. We did really like that if you die, you respawn into an eerie, dark room with candles where you have to follow the candles to a door to respawn back into the map. We also do like that you are able to respawn, as we know by experience, many backroom levels are quite long and it can become a bit boring to spectate for a longer period of time.
All in all, the game did get to show us enough potential to get us excited for a full release. Now, there are of course some things we are curious about, as it was really hard to grasp what sort of ambitions this game have and what sort of scope the developer have set for the game. Our impression, maybe somewhat because of the name, is that the game will just exist of one level.
Either way, if they polish some of the game and keep improving on the surrealistic and unexpected events and puzzles, this could be a really fun game to play with a group of friends. So we can safely say we are definitely excited for the full release of Level 0, a Backrooms Experience Prototype.
If you want more videos like this, then we highly recommend to check out the other Backrooms games we have already tested, as well as subscribing to the channel for even more videos like this coming in the future. If you don't subscribe, then you leave me no choice than to send May after you, and she will be looking for you. She will find you.
And I will fart on you.